It's quite the find. Hello friends, and welcome back to Crow's Thrifty Finds. My name is Melanie. So for this week's video, it is going to be a what's sold video because let me tell you, a lot of things are selling. I don't know about you all, feel free to leave a comment, but this has been my best Q4 ever in all of my years of selling on eBay. I don't know if I've just got the right items in my store or people are just buying more this year. I don't know what the deal is, but I am at record high sales for my 90 days. It has been incredible. I'm almost burnt out from it, and I never feel that way, but it's like I can't even keep up with boxes and packing material. It's just, you can see all the bubble wrap behind me. Sam's Club had $3 off these big rolls. So I don't know if they still have the sale, but you might want to check it out if they do. So it's probably almost over. But yeah, I cannot keep up. Like there is just so many sales going on and I'm super, super thankful. I mean, this is the time of year when you need money because, you know, Christmas is coming. So perfect time for people to be shopping. So I'm going to talk about my sales and you can see kind of what's been selling. It's kind of what you would expect. I mean, a lot of new items are selling because people are buying Christmas gifts, but there's a lot of used items selling too. So don't just assume that only new stuff is desirable right now because it's not the case. So let's take a look. First off, we have this Patagonia jacket. I loved this jacket when I saw it at Goodwill. I thought it was beautiful. I did pay up for it, but I knew that it was worth more than $20. And sure enough, it was. I sold it for $58. Patagonia is a great brand. It sells well. You just have to get it cheap enough that you can make profit because a lot of the thrift stores mark up Patagonia. But I would always advise checking Marketplace because Facebook Marketplace often has people selling Patagonia stuff for cheap. But yeah, for $20, I knew this one was worth picking up. Next, we have a vintage plush. This is Montgomery Moose from the Get Along Gang. I never watched this. I might have been too young for it. I'm not sure. I bought him for $5. I bought him because he had his roller skates. If he didn't, I would not have picked him up for $5. But because he had his roller skates, he sold for $29. So that was a great sale for a plush. Next, we have this Empire blow mold, baby Jesus. This is vintage. Now I got this included in a lot of blow molds that I talked about in another video, and it's all been selling really well. So this sold as an individual piece, you know, to replace, you know, maybe somebody's old baby Jesus that got bad or disappeared or whatever. So this one sold for $35. Next, we have it's not a Mary Mushroom, but it sure looks like it. It is a generic Mary Mushroom pot. I paid $1 for this at a garage sale, and I was so excited when I saw it because I thought it was actually Mary Mushroom, but it wasn't. But I know mushroom stuff still sells, vintage mushroom stuff. So I picked it up, and it was only $1, so why not? It was at a garage sale. Sold it for $40. I had it listed and priced really high at first because I don't know, I shot for the stars, but eventually I came back down to earth and I lowered the price and it sold. Next, we have this really cool Harley lamp. This was at one of the last garage sales of the season that I went to this year. I paid up for this, but I know people love Harley stuff. I seem to never have trouble selling Harley Davidson items. I paid $40 for it, sold it for $100. So even though I paid up, it's bigger returns. I'm happy. Next, we have this Winnie the Pooh animated Christmas train. I don't even know what to call it. It's kind of a plush, but not really. So I bought this for $5 at a garage sale and I sold it for $24.50. So that's right around what I'm aiming to make, at least. Actually, I think I paid $4 for that. But anyway, I price strategically sometimes. I don't know if you all do this, but like I'll price, like if I know I'm going to make $20 on it, say, you know, and I paid $5, I'll start the price at $25. Say I paid $4 for the item, I you know, would price it at $24. And that kind of helps me keep track what I paid for the item. But then I'll also progressively lower the price as it doesn't sell. So I have my own little system. But moving on, this next item is a good pickup that I had. I actually got a bunch of these. I think I got 4 of these. These are new old stock Halloween t-shirts, and I pulled them and stretched them, and there was no dry rot. I guess they're not super old, but I think these were Y2K era Halloween t-shirts. So I paid $7 for this one, sold it for $60. Probably somebody buying this as a gift made sure to list my identical one of my identical ones, right as soon as it sold so I wouldn't forget. Next, I have something that sat in my store for a long time. This transformer. It's brand new, so perfect time of year to be selling it. I have had this for a couple of years now, and it just sat on my shelf. I don't know if I had a price too high or what, but it sold for $28. I'm long in the green on this, so I'm no big deal if I had to lower the price to get it gone. Happy to see it go to its new home. Next, an unlikely purchase, in my opinion, for this time of year. But as I've mentioned before, Halloween stuff can sell year-round. And there are so many collectors for Scream memorabilia. This could possibly be a Christmas present. So this is a Scream costume, kind of one of the more rare ones. It has like the liquid blood. It's probably going to freeze on its way to the new people. But I paid $5 for this costume at Goodwill. I sold it for $37. Next, this was a pretty recent purchase, did not sit in my store long, got a lot of attention. This Orvis fishing vest. This was brand new. My Salvation Army had all these new clothes all of a sudden, and they said it got shipped from another store. But anyways, I got so many new things, like really good new things. So I paid $10 for this fishing vest. It sold for $72. So great $62 profit before eBay fees. This next item, I had heard Weeble Wobbles are good to pick up, so I was going off of information that I had seen on another channel on YouTube, and I thought this was a good purchase, and it took a while to sell. I don't even know how long it took, but it was years. So I sold this lot for $44. I paid $10, so definitely made money. You can make money on Weeble Wobbles, but it just wasn't the quickest seller for me. Next, we have Guitar Hero guitars, a pair of them. These I got great pickup at a garage sale, $2 each, so $4 total invested in these two. Sold for $80. So definitely desirable items, these old PlayStation Guitar Hero guitars. Really, in general, Guitar Hero guitars are great pickups. For $2 was a no-brainer. Next, we have a Briar Bowl. I bought this from a thrift store, and they knew what they had. They had it priced for $40, but I knew I could get double that, so I sold it for $85. Next, there's an American Girl doll. This one sat for a while too, and I kind of paid up a little bit for this. I paid $10, sold it for $30.98, so basically $31. So still made the profit I'd like, but I had it priced higher, thought I could get more, didn't happen. We keep it real on this channel, so it's good to know, sometimes there's just disappointments, things you buy and you think you're going to make more money than you do, but there's also items that go the other way, so, goes both ways. So this next item was a great pickup. Buzz Lightyear, this is brand new. I paid $40 for 2 of these, so that's $20 each. And this one here sold for $150. Yet another item that I had priced higher and thought I would get more, but no one was biting, so I lowered the price. I figured around the holidays would be a good time that I could get it gone, and now I've still got one more to sell, but it's definitely a good profit already. So whatever I make on the second one, it's going to be worth it. Next, we have a Sony DVD VCR combo. Sony is great. It is always a good brand to look into, to pick up. So I paid $15. It's kind of what my Goodwill just does the combo units for. And I like that price because it's Sony and it will sell for a lot more. This sold for $90. So fantastic pickup. Next, we have a Holland mold ceramic Christmas tree. This one's old, but it's not the super popular design of tree, but it was still worth picking up. It was $5. I sold it for $40. It's a $35 profit before eBay fees. Not too shabby. Next, this is kind of a unique item. Danbury Mint. Danbury Mint can be hit or miss. So I always advise looking it up. If it's a limited edition item, that's usually worth a Google Lens search. So this is a Christmas castle. I believe this was a limited edition item. I paid very little for this. I think I paid $8, and it sold for $75. I sent this one to FedEx to be fragile pack because I did not trust myself to do it. And, I factored that into the shipping cost. So it didn't really cost me much to get it done. Next, this was a great flip. Vintage Easy Bake Oven. These old ones are desirable. I paid $2 for this one. I was actually just looking at the bag to confirm the price, the bag that the person had it in. So yeah, $2. And I sold it for $70. So that is a great profit. Great flip. Next, we have a Manhattan Toy Company plush. Manhattan Toy Company plushes can be big money. So I always encourage you to look those up if you see them, if you are a plush buyer. Now, this guy was just a very generic brown teddy bear. If he had been used, I probably wouldn't have bought him. But because he was new, I rolled the dice. I paid $5, sold him for $29. And he didn't sit long, so great pickup. Next, we have a Google Nest thermostat. I was excited to pick this up. I paid $7 for it. I knew it would be worth more. It sold within a day for $45. Maybe I should have priced it higher. It was an older model, so I didn't really know exactly what I could get because there weren't a lot of this model listed on the comps. So I just kind of rolled the dice, but it sold quickly. I'm still happy with the profit. No complaints here. And that's going to wrap it up for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do remember to like it. Do subscribe to my channel to keep the channel alive. I'm always trying to build my subscribers, so I'd really appreciate that. And until next week, this is Melanie with Crow's Thrifty Finds. I hope you all have a good week.